Here's the cool thing that happened from that. And this is going to tie into the topic that I want to talk about today about attracting clients that you actually want to work with. Welcome to Wise Woo Wealthy, where business meets wisdom, intuition, and limitless potential. This is a space for entrepreneurs ready to elevate their impact, align with their purpose, and create wealth on their terms. Tune in for the inspiration, strategy, and soulful insights you need to build a brand and a life that's wildly fulfilling. I'm your host, Maria Von Loesch, the Birkin of Branding. Now let's get this party started. Welcome back to another episode of Wise Woo Wealthy. I'm Maria, your host, and this episode is so good because it came from an unexpected yet surprising thing that happened to me over the course of Black Friday. And if you didn't tune into my previous episode, episode 3 on Black Friday offers for personal brands, you might want to give it a listen. But regardless, you don't have to listen to understand this episode. But it ties in so seamlessly from that episode. I was actually on the fence of launching a Black Friday offer. I didn't really know if I was going to do one. So anyway, I decided to do an offer, just one, and I gave it a good leeway time to promote. I promoted it in my emails and on Instagram and in my stories. And it basically was a Black Friday brand bundle that I had. So I had recently updated my signature online course. And then I had a few other masterclass trainings and then 2 days of coaching in Telegram or WhatsApp with me. So I bundled it all together, gave it a really good price. And guess what? Nobody bought it. I had zero sales from that. And you think I would be bummed, right? Like, wow, I decided to do it and launched it, had enough time, back to zero sales. Okay. So zero sales. And you think I would be freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what the heck? No one likes it, and then you go down the spiral. Like I used to do that. It would affect me so much in the past where I would start to think all the bad thoughts about myself, like, oh, everyone doesn't believe me. They hate me. They don't like me. I'm not worthy. People think that I don't know what I'm talking about, all these things, right? Well, I've done a lot of work on myself over the years to not go down that spiral again. Here's the cool thing that happened from that. And this is going to tie into the topic that I want to talk about today about attracting clients that you actually want to work with. Okay. So I put the brand bundle, Black Friday brand bundle out, zero sales. And then I got inquiries for one-on-one coaching instead. So from promoting the Black Friday brand bundle that I had, it actually did like a backfire, but in a good way for me. I had women entrepreneurs who I really want to work with just responding back to me saying, hey, you know what? I'm not really interested in this brand bundle, but I've been, following you and I've been getting your emails wherever, they're responding back from an email or from Instagram and asked if I had one-on-one programs. Like what are those offers? Because I'm not into the Black Friday bundle that you have, but I really am interested in working with you one-on-one. So what are those offers? So I thought, wow, okay, this is cool, but interesting. And then I had this moment. So I was thinking like, all right, put that Black Friday brand bundle out, no bites, but yet here I am attracting in the women that I really want to work with. As I was taking time to think about, okay, what the heck was going on? Like, I'm calling in the women that I really want to work with, the clients that I really want to work with, but the bundle wasn't really happening. What was it? And then it really hit me. I had this aha moment. See, I have been intentionally creating content to attract the person that I want to work with. And it's been about 3 to 4 months now. So every piece of content that I have been creating has been super intentional. I did this purposely, and every single piece of content that I created, whether it was in my Instagram stories, in my emails, in my feed, everything was calling to attract that type of person. And it's a woman entrepreneur, business woman entrepreneur. She's a go getter. She's high level, high caliber, doesn't mess around, ready to invest, pretty much confident. She's had successes. That's when I had the aha moment when these women who were receiving my content weren't attracted to that bundle because they weren't getting me in close proximity with that bundle. They're not playing small. So, and I'm not saying that that bundle, my signature online program and the master classes and all that aren't for anybody that's high level or who have been in business already. It's perfect for someone who has a personal brand and it's got a lot of good stuff in it. But you don't have close proximity to me. This is perfect tie-in for the Wise Woo Wealthy Way. And I haven't even gotten into this yet in a podcast episode, but this is perfect timing. The wise, knowing who you are on a deep level, right? We got to get wise with ourselves. Your gifts, your what are you offering? What are your gifts? Your combined gifts, your talents, your skills, your expertise, all of you, all of your gifts that you have to offer. And part of getting wise is also thinking about who you value working with, who deserves your time, not the other way around. Then we get into the woo part about, attracting the clients that you really want to work with. The woo part is the energetics behind everything, behind you, behind your content, behind all the things, right? Like the energy, the energetics, and how you're showing up online and showing up in real life and tapping in. I know I talk about this so much, but it is so true that when you tap into your own personal brand power and energy and really embody it, it just exudes, it shines, it can't help but just ooze in every little piece of thing that you touch and a person that you happen to talk to. It just explodes and it's great. So tapping into that and really embodying you, like on a deep level, just all the parts of who you are. And then the other part of the woo is action based manifesting. Now, I am not a manifestation coach. I, don't really know all the ins and outs about manifesting. I do follow a bunch of coaches and experts that specialize in manifesting, and I take and learn from them. One of the things that have worked for me is action-based manifesting. And what I mean by that is to take the action towards what you're manifesting. Because you can't just sit around and say, oh, I manifest $1 million year. I manifest a brand new Rolls Royce. I manifest, it doesn't work that way. And then you just sit here and then you just like binge, your favorite Netflix shows. And then you're like, okay, universe, it's been like a week, a month. Where's all my goods? I've been manifesting it. I've been telling you, where is it? So that's what I mean by action-based manifesting. It's taking the movement towards what you want to manifest, right? Okay, so that is the woo part. So I talked about the whys, the woo. Okay, now we get into the wealthy part. And wealthy for me is so many things. It's really just abundance in general, like what are the parts in my life that I want to feel more abundant in? It could be time, it could be traveling, it could be new shoes. I mean, just things like that. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account all the time. It could be a lot of things, right? So, the big one for me this year is actually health because I've had a few like health things happen at the beginning of this year. So, wealthy as in WELL, that's important. So, with the wealthy part, this is the byproduct of the wise and the woo. And then it comes to the wealthy. See how it's like almost like a holistic strategy. And all these parts play together so that way you end up with the wealthy, the abundance, whatever that may be in your life. Okay, now that we know what the wise woo wealthy way is, how do we apply this to attracting clients you actually want to work with? The clients that light you up, that make you say, yes, this is why I'm doing this, not the clients that are dragging you down and you just happen to be taking because you think, oh gosh, I might not get another client and I need to pay bills. No, we want to attract the clients that light you up, that make you feel good about what you're doing and make you feel confident and, align with you. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Maria, this sounds great and all, but you're like up here. Can you bring it down a little bit? Like, how do I take this and make it happen in my world? Like, give me some tangibles here. Like, I I get the feely and the energy and all of these things, but bring it home for me. Bring it home for me. Okay, here's I'm going to bring it home for you. When you are creating your content, first of all, I want you to only speak to that client. Make sure you know who you want to speak to. And that is how you are going to create your content. I want you to get like deep with you, embody who you are and embrace it. And don't be afraid to show her because I feel like we reserve and we hold back and we want to like present ourselves online and to the world. We have this like like a presenter mode that clicks on. No, turn that mode off. Just be you. Speak like how you would be speaking to somebody in real life. Who's in front of you right now that you're having a conversation with and you're sharing all the things that you do and that light you up. That's how I want you to speak in your content, whether it's the copy, the caption, if you're doing talking, face videos, whatever it is, email and also an email. Don't forget that. I want you to talk to that one person, not the, hey guys, hey gals, hey ladies, none of that. It's not an audience. You're speaking to the one person. Now that you got that dialed in and write it down so you don't get lost, keep notes. And from there, I want you to create content and make sure you're sharing pretty much every day. If it's not every day, at least 4 to 5 times a week. And you need to be sharing in your stories if you're using Instagram. Please use stories. Don't just use it just for like the fun little, things that you're doing throughout your day or, where you're at or what you're eating and all that. I mean, if you're a personal brand, that's fine to trinkle that in there. But I really suggest using stories to complement the stuff that you're posting in your feed. Okay. So there's that email. If you have an email list, doesn't matter how small, medium, large it is. If you have one, period, use that and repurpose the stuff that you're sharing in your content in your email or vice versa. Maybe you start with your email and then you use parts of your email to help you create your content. but make sure that you're speaking to the one person, that one person you know that you want to work with, that you're dying to work with. Okay. And then the byproduct is the wealthy part, right? Then that's the attraction. You're starting to see all the work pay off, but you've got to be consistent. So the next thing is to please be consistent with this and don't give up. I had some doubts. I think it was after a month or maybe 2 months. It didn't seem like I was really getting a lot of action as far as like sales goes and new clients yet. And I was like, gosh, doing am I speaking to that client? And yes, it started to happen after a couple of months. So you need to give it a little time, especially if you haven't been putting yourself out there and showing up online in that way. You need to give it time. Now, if that is not tangible enough and you're still like, but Maria, I need more than that. Well, you can have more. You can have me. You can work with me on a one on one capacity. And I have several ways. And the best way to look at my services and what I offer are at wisewoowealthy.com. And the link is in the show notes. But you can get a little taster of working with me for $98 for a day in Telegram or WhatsApp for coaching. And it's one on one. And this is how I started getting a taster coaching with my coaches when they offered this. And then, of course, I was like, duh, I love them. I need more. So I signed up for more coaching because of that. So if you want to get a taste of how I coach, you can come in at, such a nominal fee. But if you're like, girl, I am way past that. I already know I want to work with you on a bigger capacity. So I got you covered with that. I have 1 month of coaching. And then I have my VIP, the Birkin, which is a total personal brand elevation package. And that has everything. You'll definitely need to email me about that one so I can go over all the details about that. And then also send you an application because that one does need an application because I need to know a little bit more. That's today's episode. And please subscribe, follow, rate, comment, share, all of that jazz if you like what you heard today. Until next time.